The Huawei Ascend Mate7 is Chinese manufacturer's latest entry in its Mate series of phablets. The Mate7 comes as a sequel to its Ascend Mate phablet released last year. Rather counter to the naming scheme, it features a 6-inch display of 1080p resolution covered in Gorilla Glass 3. Above the display, you'll find a 5-megapixel front-facing camera capable of 720p video recording, while the display itself features some very small screen bezels, which results in a very good screen-to-body ratio on the front. The left side of the device features 2 SIM card slots, one which also doubles as a micro SD card slot, while on the right side you'll find a volume rocker and a power lock button. The top end holds a 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as a secondary microphone pinhole, while on the bottom you'll find a micro USB port, as well as the primary microphone. Around back, you'll find a design scheme very reminiscent of the HTC One Max from this year. Up top is a 13-megapixel camera, which is only capable of 1080p video recording, but does have HDR as well, next to an LED flash, while at the bottom is a very capable fingerprint sensor that Huawei has put a lot of effort into making very responsive and is rated to unlock the phone almost instantly. The entire phone's construction is almost entirely made out of metal and features a non-removable 4100 mAh battery. The Huawei Ascend Mate7 runs on the latest version of Android 4.4 KitKat alongside Huawei's Emotion UI version 3.0. It features a standard lock screen that allows you to quickly change and browse through various wallpapers and news articles. Huawei has integrated a fingerprint sensor on the back of the device, which instantly opens the device, and as you can see, it really does open it much quicker than competing offerings from the likes of Samsung. Past the lock screen, you're greeted by the familiar tiled home screen interface that you'll see on Android. Like other overlays out of Asia, there is not a dedicated app tray. Instead, all your applications reside on the home screens, like on iOS. Otherwise, Huawei has incorporated the usual array of extras, such as the ability to change the grid layout for your icons, adjust the transition effects between home screens, and even add widgets or change wallpapers. Another nifty trick added is the ability to hide the on-screen navigation buttons and open them again with an upward swipe. The notification area is fairly standard and features the usual expandable notifications and the ability to dismiss all of them with a single button. You can also access your shortcuts and get quickly taken to various settings by holding down the relevant shortcut button. This particular Ascend Mate7 is made for the Asian language market and as such does not have support for Google Play services, but we're assuming that devices designed for Western markets will have support for Google Play and other Google applications. However, Huawei has an array of their own applications, including a very visually oriented music player, which allows for a whole slew of settings, including the Dolby Digital Surround enhancement. Similarly, the onboard gallery lets you browse through your images and even supports handy editing options that are very reminiscent to the minimalistic interface that you'll find in Google Photos. There's also a boatload of themes that can be downloaded and accessed through Huawei's Asian language store. And of course, there's the ability to quickly browse through all your opened apps and clear them all with one swipe. Huawei's camera, despite being only capable of 1080p video, is very robust, featuring a boatload of options such as panorama modes or HDR. You can also choose from a selection of watermarks that allow you to stamp a particular message or even time and weather onto any of your photos. Finally, the browser is very responsive thanks to Huawei's Kirin 925 processor, which has 4 1.8 GHz cores and 4 1.3 GHz cores. Browsing performance is very fast and responsive, and text looks very crisp on the 1080p screen.